What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Jay Fry. Today we're outside in my small backyard garden where I'm going to be planting 5 things right here in November in order to try to keep growing throughout the autumn and the winter season. So stick around and check it out. Let's go. Alright, so I appreciate you hanging out with your boy. If you hadn't done so already, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help your boy grow, and or hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to be planting is some French pepper garlic that I purchased from our local central market here. I couldn't order anything offline because I didn't have what I wanted, or I felt like they wanted just too much. So let me show you guys how I'm going to plant this. Alright, so like I said, I purchased this garlic right here from a local central market, and I actually used it last night. It has a real strong smell and a strong flavor, so you won't need as much of this. And I wasn't sure if it's a hard neck or a soft neck, but I guess we're about to find out right now. Pretty nice size cloves. So I thought whenever you had a hard neck that there would be a hard stem coming up here. So I could be wrong, but just by looking at it, I don't think this is a hard neck right here. I'll see when I open up the other one. And if you look right here, I already kind of made my holes to make this a little bit easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking these, separating these and getting them ready to plant in the hole. And the reason why I'm gonna go ahead and plant the garlic, because we do buy garlic. We don't eat it every day or whatever, but I do buy it, so I feel like it's worth planting. So I'm just gonna separate it and get some of the bigger cloves out of here. Now the only thing about garlic that I found out is that it takes 8 to 9 months. So you're gonna have to dedicate some space, but in order to try to continue growing, I don't mind doing that. So this is gonna be my first time planting some garlic. Hopefully I get it right. If not, maybe 8 to 9 months wasted. If so, I won't have to go to the store and buy no more garlic. We'll find out. Now I know you're supposed to leave some of the paper on there, but how much of the paper? I guess I ain't gonna go all as far as trying to take it off if it's not coming off easily. I'm not gonna take it off. Sound right? So how many I need? That's 2, 4, 8. I'm gonna go ahead and do all of these right here, even the smaller ones. I believe this is the root end. Yeah, that's gonna be the root end. So stick it down in there pretty deep. We used this garlic the other day and made some garlic mashed potatoes, and it was hidden. So we're gonna see. So that's just one clove. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and pop open one more. All I need is 2 more, and then that'll be it. Yeah, so I thought, like I said, I thought the hard neck had a hard stem coming out of there, and this one don't. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take all of these. I'll finish this one, and then a couple of them, I'll find a couple of more spots for them. That's a pretty nice size. You won't generally get that at most of your supermarkets. Alright, so I think I got them in there deep enough. I hope so. And I got some soil here that I had already sifted. I just cover it with that. Do it just like that. Alright, so I got my garlic in the ground, so the next thing I'm gonna plant is gonna be the Detroit red beet. Look at that, $1.69 for this thing of seeds. But we don't buy a bunch of beets from the grocery store, but we do purchase like the beet powder, mix it in our drinks, and we have purchased the beet chewies. Now, beets are real good for you. I planted them last year and we went through them pretty fast, and I planted a little bit less than this, so that's why this time I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows set up. So I'm gonna double down on them. I put like maybe 2 or 3 seeds per hole. If you notice, I think on these beets, they're pretty much one seed is pretty much gonna be like it's like a cluster. So 2 or 3 of them may come out of it. Look, I done lost track of where I was at. But I guess you can't go wrong with too many beets. And I may be dropping more than 2 or 3 per hole. Not intentionally, but it's easy to do. Last year, like I said, we went through these beets pretty fast. So I want to make sure I have enough. So I'll do this one. Try to get this done for a harvest, and then as soon as this is over, I'll plant some more. Because I think beets, you can grow pretty much year round. And I do have beets growing in another place already too. Then one more time, I'll take some of the soil I already got, sift it, just put it over the top. I hope I didn't plant them too deep. We'll find out. So pretty much everything that I'm going to plant today, I don't need to label them, because once they grow up, I'll recognize what they are. All right, now that we got our beets in the ground, the next thing I'm going to plant is going to be your spinach. And this spinach, it comes from the one of the seed packets I bought. So it'll be the first time I plant something from that seed packet. And I don't have that many spinach seeds, so, and I just cut out this little section right here with all these little holes, so I might end up putting I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 per hole. Let's see what we got. Look like 2 falling in all of them. So even with the spinach, I'm growing this because we do eat spinach. You know what I'm saying? You can add to your salads, and even if you make it like a spinach dip or something like that, it's easy to come out here and grab some spinach. Good. This is gonna be the first time I'm planting spinach too, so do it like that. Some spots got 2 seeds in it, some have 1. We're gonna do the same thing. Just gonna cover it up. Alright, so we got our garlic, we got our red beets, and our spinach in the ground. The next thing is going to be onions. This is a bunching onion. So I actually did that wrong. The onions were intended to go over here where the spinach went. That's why I had the holes a little bit closer together, and these are separated a little bit more. But hey, we'll see what it do. I'll just do it like this and see how it turns out. May still work out. Now these bunching onions, since I got the holes like this, I'm just gonna sprinkle them across. Don't even care if it hit the hole or not. And I'm gonna use all of this. This is something else that came out of that variety of seed pack. The last thing I'm going to be planting in this raised bed today is going to be a cabbage. I already have these separated, so I just put a few seeds in there, and then I thin them out, and I try to leave these in place. Now I don't know if I'm already past the time to be starting cabbage from seed. I'm in Texas, I'm in 8B. Man, the weather is crazy around here, so it can be cold one day, hot the next. So we'll find out. Look, I just drop a few more around there just in case. Now I hope I didn't plant any of that too deep. Like anything else, we'll find out. Now the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my deal and cover this up and water it before I cover it up. Alright, so I got everything planted, and I got 2 more things I need to do, which is gonna be go ahead and wet everything up. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and wet everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a shade cloth to this. For the simple fact, like I said, it still gets pretty warm here throughout the day, so I want to keep this pretty wet so everything can germinate. What I do is I'll come out here and water this, depending on how dry it is, every other day or so. I don't know if we're expecting any rain anytime soon. Alright, so now that I have that watered in, I'm going to set up my shade cloth. And I'm going to have to invest in another one of these. This is one of the smaller ones that I got. Alright, so I watered in, and I put a shade cloth over it. So I got 5 things planted, filled up 1 raised bed to continue gardening throughout the year. Those are the first 5 things I planted right here in November. Like I said, the first one, which was garlic, gonna take about 8 to 9 months. I hope I got that one done. Then the beets, I planted beets before. I got beets planted in other locations, so this will be like a second round. Then my spinach and my bunching onions, and the last thing is gonna be the cabbage. So everything I planted today are things that we're actually gonna use. I don't want to waste too much time trying stuff right now. I just wanted to plant it and be done with it. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate you hanging out with your boy. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I'll holler at you.